Welcome to the Dang Show. I'm your host, Pierre, and today we're going to do something a little different. Right now, we didn't get a chance to record last week because of scheduling conflicts, but we do have a old episode in the pocket. Me and Steffon recorded about animation and gaming. He's talking about One Piece and My Hero Academia. We also are talking about some games that has already been released. I think Tekken and Street Fighter 6. Hopefully you enjoy this unreleased episode of The Dang Show, and we'll try to bring out new content every week. So have a great day and hope you enjoy the episode. Thanks. Welcome to The Dang Show, your place for everything drawing, animation, nerds, and gaming. I'm your host, Pierre, and I'm here with my co-host,
Steffon.
What's been good? Here on The Dang Podcast, we say what's good because we want to know what's been going on good in your life, man. But why don't we just get started with that, man? What's been good with you?
Me, man, I've been doing pretty good. Working hard. I work at Amazon transportation, driving the trucks. Outside of that, try to stay fit. Sometimes I'll be kind of slacking on it, but I'll be going to the gym, and then at my heart, I'm a nerd, man. I'll be playing games, I read manga, I watch the anime, English sub, don't matter. I watch all of that. And then Marvel movies, comic books, I like all of that too. So yeah, that's kind of what I am in a nutshell.
I feel you. I mean, basically, we here on the Dang Podcast. We all nerds, man. We just nerds in our own way. I'm a comic book nerd, of course. I like anime. I like cartoons. I like movies. We like all type of stuff. We like to consume pop culture. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. I collect stuff like that. You know me. I'm Pete. So we're gonna get into it today. We're gonna be talking about animation and gaming. That's the A and the G in Dang. If you don't know, or is this your first time listening, this Dang stands for Drawing, Animation, Nerds, and Gaming. That's also the name of my comic book company that I'm in the process of trying to work on. It's supposed to encompass everything in nerd culture and in art culture as well. So if you like manga, if you like drawing, if you like animation, you like nerd stuff, and definitely gaming, come back to the podcast and listen to us and see what's going on. If you got any ideas for it, just come and drop us a line. Hit us up on our social media. Steph, you want to give your social media out?
Yeah, y'all can hit me up on Instagram. It's Intergalactic Steph. I pretty much made up that name because of Kid Cudi. That's my dog, man. If I ever meet him, man, I need his autographs. I mean, he cool. He be chilling.
Oh, a little story about Kid Cudi, man. The mother of my child says she knows Kid Cudi because she's from Cleveland, Ohio. And this is before he got with Kanye and everything like that, and helped Kanye on his path with his music journey. But I've never met him, but she says she personally knows him. So, from my baby mama's mouth to my ears to y'all ears, this is where it's coming from. So I don't know how to accurately place that anywhere, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So maybe one day Kid Cudi might be in our surroundings. I'll let you know stuff.
Hey, that'd be dope. Maybe he'd be down to play some games or something, and we show him around Charlotte.
Oh yeah, he do got a new show coming out on Netflix or a movie or something, right?
Yeah, I've seen the trailer for that. Like, it actually looked pretty cool.
Yeah. It looked like the animation from Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse. Yeah.
Hell yeah. I was like, yo, I definitely got to see that just because of that, because I really enjoy Into the Spider-Verse.
Well, you think there's going to be some new music attached to it, man?
Hey, this is a perfect platform for him to do that. So I'm definitely going to be keeping my ears open for some new tracks, because I love Man on the Moon 3, and I love his classics, Day and Night.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess we get into it. So today's topic with the animation, we're gonna be talking about One Piece and My Hero Academia. So I guess I'm not that fluent in One Piece. It's weird with me because I know a lot about One Piece, but I've never seen it. You know what I'm saying? So I know it's a long journey to get into, but that's why we got Steph here because he's already been in that journey. He done watched all 9,000 episodes or whatever, and he knows what's going on. So I guess what got you into One Piece, man?
All right, so just a quick little background. Like, honestly, I wasn't into One Piece either. I was intimidated by the number of episodes. I think by the time I started, it was at least like 400. I think they was fighting Doflamingo, if y'all know who I'm talking about. By the time I got started, y'all know how long Dressrosa arc was, especially for the readers. But my friends got me into it while I was in college. I saw the fights with Luffy was fighting I forget his name, but it's the leopard dude. He had his suits. He was a part of CP9. That fight was hard. I saw that man start glowing red, and he doing the rapid punches on some JoJo's Bizarre Adventure type shit. So, yeah, that was like my little like, okay, I need to get into this. I gotta see what it's about.
Okay, yeah. I mean, like I said, I haven't watched not one episode, but I've definitely seen the clips going around. I know a lot about it for some reason. Like I said, I know about Luffy. I know about the fruit. I know that he's out there searching for the One Piece, aka treasure, beyond treasure, or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? I know about the Mary. What is it? The ship he's on is Mary.
Oh, you talking about the Going Mary?
The Going Mary.
Yeah.
I know about his transformations. I know a lot about it, but I just ain't never seen it. So, I mean, what's going on in One Piece now that's got the world in uproar, or people are gonna go. If you was to sell One Piece to somebody right now, what would you sell them on?
Me, I would like to sell people that this is a journey. This is an adventure of a lifetime right here. It's something that's been out for a long time, and just the whole lore, the mystery of what the One Piece is, and the journey, which is what I'm gonna emphasize a lot because everybody likes to say One Piece is too long, but this is truly a journey to see what this One Piece is. And it's all about the adventure, the action, the friendships, the comedy, the sadness, the dread, the drama, everything that leads up to getting the One Piece. Because, okay, so let's say they do find the One Piece and they did it in 25 episodes. Well, okay, that's cool. I think everybody can watch it in 25 episodes. But you can build a whole entire world in a universe with more episodes. So that's why I'm glad that One Piece is still sticking around. But yeah, it's all about the journey, man. You just got to take your time. You got to love it. You got to hate it. And when you get to the One Piece, you're going to think about all them great moments, all them trash moments. I'm not saying it's perfect or anything, but it's all about the journey. When you get to the One Piece, you're going to be thinking about everything on the way there. And if you love the journey, awesome. And if you didn't, well, I mean, I guess it's not for everybody. See.
Okay, so you emphasized on the journey. So I got a question. As a comic book creator and everything, what is your most most defining way to show in a manga or anime? Do you want to split it up into sagas, or do you want to split it up into arcs? I talked to Jade a lot about that, about trying to create something, and you want to split it up into sagas, or do you want to split it up into arcs where each character has an arc, and then saga would be there's a whole situation going on, and it's not going to end until that situation is fixed. but all the stuff that happens in between it. So I guess you want to split it up into like Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z has sagas, if you want to call it that, which would kind of be labeled as arcs a little bit because they're not that long. You get what I'm saying? So with Dragon Ball Z, you think they say the Saiyan saga, and that's when Vegeta was coming to Earth to get the Dragon Balls from Dragon Ball Z, of course. So after that, it was the Frieza saga and that whole situation where they had to go to Namek and blah blah blah. That's a saga. So arcs, I guess it would be split up into. I really don't know too many examples of arcs, but is One Piece split up into arcs? Is it split up into sagas?
It's definitely split up in arcs. I'll definitely say that. But at the same time, I want to say it's sagas too on your definition on like focus on the characters or a specific situation. I want to say it's like a hybrid of both of them. Because, okay, so like I like the Marineford arc, which is basically Luffy going to fight against the world government with everybody that's against the world government. So like that would be like an arc for that whole entire fight for Luffy to go rescue his brother against the world government. All the top Marines is sitting on the throne waiting for him, and they was getting ready to execute Ace. That's an arc. And then like a saga would be like in the very beginning, like Luffy is a kid. What was his motivation to wanting to become a pirate? And that was Shanks. How did he get his powers? He ate the devil fruit that Shanks had, and next you know he became Rubber Boy.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, I would like to say that One Piece has both.
Okay. So I do remember people talking about like the Marine part of it. So basically, everybody. So in this world of One Piece, everybody is pirates. Like pirates is the thing to be, right?
Actually, you got three main archetypes. Well, two main archetypes in there. You are either a pirate or you a Marine, but you also got like a third. I want to say is bounty hunters,
okay,
which is what Zoro started off as, and then you got the world government. So I want to say 4. But with the asterisk next to the bounty hunters, because they don't get too deep in bounty hunting.
Right.
Like you see the bounties for the characters, but like you got like some mysterious dude in the corner with like, I don't know, like a bandana on his face, like a bounty hunter or something like that. That's not really something they really explored a lot into, but something I would like them to see, you know, to explore into.
So is it like more? Everybody is this group. So if the Marines, they work for the government, or are they just the peacekeepers or the good keepers? You know what I'm saying? Like they do good throughout the world. Is that what the Marines are, or do they work for the government?
Yes, the Marines are definitely supposed to be, in their eyes, they're the good guys. The Marines and the government work like hand in hand with each other. And they pretty much are against everybody who's a pirate or everybody who's not world government or Marine.
Okay, and so the pirates, they just do what they want to do.
Yes.
They have their arcs where they or their journeys where they go and try to rob the Marines or rob whoever they're gonna do because that's what they want to do. So that's what pirates are.
Yes.
But I mean, of course, they got a yin yang is good and a bad with it. You know what I'm saying? And so with the bounty hunters, is that a crew as well, or is it just one or two people going to fill out the bounties that either the Marines have put out or the government?
That's what I mean. Like when it comes to the bounty hunting thing, it hasn't really been explored yet. But you can get like a feel of where they wanted to go with it with Zoro in the beginning, because he was called Pirate Hunter Zoro. That was his title.
Right.
And he would go and fight pirates, and then you turn them in, you get money. But pretty much after that, there wasn't really a lot of emphasis on bounty hunting after that. Not too many notable names I could think of, but mainly Zoro. That was the main one I could think of for that.
So would you put it down as like a character introducing device?
Yeah, definitely. Because, like I said, his title was the Bounty Hunter Pirate Zorro. I mean, yeah, pirate hunting, bounty hunter Zorro. So yeah, it was just like a way to kind of like give him some character, some background before he ended up joining the Straw Hats.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And so the government, is that like something that you look at as evil, or is it just something that's controlling the whole organization of this pirate world or sailor world or whatever it is?
Definitely evil, and they are controlling everything. Like whatever the world government is in control of, they rule it with an iron fist, and the people in charge of that are some pretty nasty, evil people, to be honest.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, that sounds like a pretty good. So if you want to get into One Piece, I mean, of course there's the manga, and of course there is the anime. You just got introduced to the anime first, or what, are you reading the manga?
I got introduced to the anime first because when we was kids, we had like I think it was called like Kids WB. They had a little bit of One Piece on there. It was really watered down, very censored.
Right.
But I think a lot of people got introduced to it like that, and then like Toonami, or you just like everybody probably just went online and looked it up.
Yeah, I feel you.
Like YouTube or something, pirating. I'm not a fan of it, but I mean that's what we did when we was younger.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We had Funimation on our phones at that point in time. We just pay a subscription for it. We got to watch it.
Audience, in case you're like, born in the 90s or the 2000s. We were born in the 80s. Well, I was born in the 80s. You was born
90s.
In the 90s. So, yeah, it was hard out there for a pimp trying to get some anime. It was definitely going to the library and finding out who is that guy wearing that short jacket with the yellow hair, and because we wasn't really seeing Dragon Ball Z as much as it is now. Like, couldn't get access to anything like that. But so you would say that your favorite way to consume One Piece is the anime, and you say you did read the manga. I guess after you got to a point where it showed, you couldn't watch it.
Exactly.
Okay. So is there something, I guess, going into manga and a little bit of drawing in the dang show? Do you like the drawing style, or you like the animation style best?
Oh, okay. So I mean, that one is a little subjective. Depends on who the artist is exactly. But drawing wise, obviously you gotta go manga. That's where it came from. Like, if you never had the manga, you're not gonna have the animation. So I want to say manga, and I really appreciate all the artists out there that's drawing all these characters and these stories and adventures for us.
Okay, so you do like the art style, like when you flipping through the pages of the manga, you like to look at the art instead of, I mean, of course you started with the anime, right? That's what you say?
Yeah.
So you started with the anime and now you're reading the manga. Is that's what's drawing you to the manga, or you just continuously just want to know what more of the story is? Of course, the manga got scenes. When you see a scene in a manga and then it translates to the animation, like, do you think that's the best way that it needs to be? I mean, the best way that it's depicted is in the animation, because of course it's moving and everything, but sometimes I know in my case, sometimes when I see artwork depicted in a manga, and then I watch the anime, it don't really look as good sometimes, maybe because of animation studio, but I know One Piece has a good animation studio right now. So but I guess when I picture it in the book, I want to see it in full-fledged animation. You know what I'm saying? And animation, to me, that always ends up becoming a great scene. Sometimes it don't. So is that how you feel when you read the manga? It's like, this gonna be dope when they become an animation, or is it gonna be like, oh man, they ain't really do what I wanted it to do?
Yeah, because like, I think that's how most manga artists, how they feel. Like, sure, like they draw it, but it's just something about seeing it animated and on TV, and they got all the action going. The fighting scenes look smoother. So yeah, I like to say that the animation has the most potential when it comes to the art style, but you have to have a foundation, and the manga is the foundation. The animation is like, how do you say it? Like, I guess like what the animators and the manga, the drawers, the artists, that's what the anime is like, the pinnacle of what they want. Like if they could do all of that in just the manga, then they would, but you have to draw it, so right. It's not gonna be like that. But when you put it in the animation form, this is the Frieza form, like this is the final form like of the manga is right. The anime.
I mean, I guess I can go on a little tangent with this. So I mean, so you think the anime is the final form. So what do you think about anime in live action? Like that might, to some people, be like that's the final form, but it never really translate. To me, in my opinion, it never really translate in live action the way it does in animation. And then I have these big conversations with people, and I ask them like, do you like any anime live action? I mean, any movie or any manga that's been translated into live action without knowing it's been translated into live action? Like, I feel like it's people's opinions on it, because if they see the manga or they read the manga, then they see the animation, or they get into the animation first, then read the manga. When they get to the live action, they be like, who asked for the third iteration of it? You know what I'm saying? But some people who start off watching the live action and then they get back into it, like for example, my girlfriend Jade, she never seen Avatar, but she's seen the movie. And I'm like, yo, Avatar is horrible. You know what I'm saying? Well, Avatar: The Last Airbender. And she was like, it wasn't that bad, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, it's horrible compared to the animation. Of course, it wasn't manga first, but to the animation, this is horrible. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
So then I had to sit her down and let her watch Avatar: The Last Airbender. And then she finally got into it. And she was like, yeah, I can't even compare it now. So I guess my question is, what can make live action its final form, or do you just feel like live action is useless?
Okay.
Because I know One Piece is becoming a live action. That's why I'm asking. I'm sorry.
Facts. Okay, so what they need to do, I wish I could be a director for this, to be honest. But first, you need to start off with a core group of people who find animation, manga interesting. Like, you really be reading this shit, bruh. Second, you need to actually love it too, because you know that when you love something, you gon' nurture it. You gonna make sure that it's the best that it can actually be, and the final product is gonna be something that you're gonna be proud of.
Facts.
So with that said, you got people out there who just in it for the money. Dragon Ball Evolution was horrible.
Trash.
It was horrible.
It was doo-doo butter.
Doo-doo butter. I think the people who made Dragon Ball Evolution, they did not love it. They did not really care for it. They saw an opportunity to make money.
Defend this movie. Everybody talking about, man, that junk is trash. That junk is trash. And I'm like, man, if you think about it, it's kind of like Dragon Ball, but not Dragon Ball Z. Right. And I always say, people was like, their expectations was that it was going to be Dragon Ball Z. But it's kind of like Dragon Ball. Of course, they did a horrible job on everything. The actors that they picked for Goku, the actors that they picked for Master Roshi, and just trying to tell the story in general, that was a horrible job. But they did encompass the story, and I don't know why I was trying to defend it, because to this day it's not going to ever stand up to the test of time. But I just was trying to get a different perspective. I guess I was being a contrarian about it, but I was like, maybe we should give it a chance for this and that and third. And then I watched what was it, Ghost in the Shell, and I really thought it was good. And people who watched the anime, it was like, man, this is horrible. Like, they got Scarlett Johansson playing this chick, and I was like, what's the difference? She's a robot, you know what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter if she's Japanese or not. Like, and then, you know, they had to change the story a little bit to make her Japanese in the end or something like that, or a Japanese person put inside of a robot body, and the robot body was Scarlett Johansson, but people still was like, no, this is not how it goes. But it very faithfully stuck to what the anime was. And I was like, is it because people wasn't asking for this? You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm trying to pick into your mind and see, like, I do fully agree. I'm sorry, I think I veered off, but basically I fully agree that the people who make this stuff need to be loving it as much as the people who watch it, and then they will try to put as much into it. And I guess that will segue us into, I guess, the other topic or the other animation we're talking about, My Hero Academia. You didn't love that one at first, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. What made you watch My Hero Academia?
I think the animation and the action towards the end of the first season just made me a fan. Cause like, man, All Might, that dude was so fire when he did that fight against the Nomu, and they had like this training stadium, something like that. And then it's just really just the way he was just going ham. Like, even though he know he's not at his prime no more, and he has to defend all these students before he loses his form, and the kids don't know he's not in top shape no more, but he still fought on hard and really lived that plus ultra mindset and defeated the enemy and kept his composure before his powers ran out. I thought that scene was just so dope. The music was perfect. It was something I actually downloaded myself and I'll listen to every once in a while.
Okay, that's what's up.
Hype you up a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, after I saw that part, because I was like, let me just give this a chance. Stop sleeping on it. People was hyping it up. I didn't really care for the hype. But when I actually gave it a chance, I actually turned out to like it. And I want to see where the story goes from there with All Might and Deku.
Okay. Oh, okay. So I guess my intro to My Hero Academia is that I got a friend. His name, y'all know Jewels. So Jewels was trying to get me into My Hero Academia because my character in my book is a fire-based character, and every time I tell people about my fire-based character, it was like Bakugo, and I was like, who is Bakugo? And they was like, well, he make explosions, this and that. He on My Hero Academia. And I was like, I'm one of those. I'm not like a gatekeeper when it comes to anime, but I only watch anime that I know that has had a little longevity to it. So stuff like One Piece, I haven't watched it yet. That's my bad. That's, what I'm saying, my nail in the coffin. But stuff that has to have a little longevity because there's so much anime out there, and it could just be one season. You get what I'm saying? And it could be dope, but then it might not continue. So I need something that might have a little longevity, like, Full Metal Alchemist and stuff like that. I'm an older head, so I just can't. I'm not. I guess not to say not open to watching a lot of anime, but it's so much of it. I don't want to be like flooded with anime all day, and then it's just like taking up my time. But anyway, I digress. So I guess with that, people was comparing my character to Bakugo, and so I had to check out this guy Bakugo, and my partner Jewels was like, yo, it's actually a good story. So I started watching it, and right off the bat, I do not like Deku. The first two people they show is Bakugo and Deku. I don't like Bakugo, and I don't like Deku. Deku cries all the time, and Bakugo is just a bully. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, is people comparing my guy to this guy? You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to figure out like exactly why they get comparing them to it. And then I start watching it more and more. I kind of get into the characters more than I get into everything else that's going on. And I mean, I have gotten past the anime, so no spoilers, but things start to get darker. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
It starts to get darker, and I mean, now I'm a fan, but I'm not like this is the best anime out there. You know what I'm saying? It is good. The animation is good, especially when you got some of the top animators animating this your show. You got Bones animating it, and Bones is a pretty good animation studio. So, and this is a perfect example of what I was asking you before. Is it the manga artwork that draws you to it, or is it the animation? With this, in this case, with My Hero Academia, is the art. The art is dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, the artist is a beast. He is drawing some stuff that is crazy, like crazy detailed stuff like that. So I really do look at his artwork, or the person's. I can't think of it. I guess I didn't do enough research at the time, but I can't remember his name off bat. But I do have a lot of reference pictures from him, from Pinterest, stuff like that. The main artist on My Hero Academia, and he's dope. I try to emulate some of those panels that he do, and especially in the manga, the panels are very vibrant, and you can see what's going on clearly. You don't even have to read it to know what's going on, you know. Right. So with My Hero Academia, who would be like some of your favorite characters?
All right, so obviously I gotta put Deku up there because I'm really got a good vibe with how his journey's going.
Yeah.
From I didn't like him either when he was just start off as a little crybaby. Like, but who's this soft character? Everybody, they hyping him up, right, saying that My Hero was the best show with only one season. Like, it's supposed to be better. Like, you trying to tell me it's better than Dragon Ball Z already? Like, already?
Right, and there's Naruto out. There's Naruto out there, and there's other. You know what I'm saying? Like, really?
Yu Yu Hakusho.
Right.
All of them. But I mean, I do like his story and how he develops as a character. That's like my favorite thing about anime is the character development. They start off, insecure, weak, or they're broken, and then by the end of the series, they're strong. They are like level-headed. They learn their lessons from the past.
Right.
And Deku is going through that same journey. Like, he's getting better. He's getting stronger, smarter. I do like Deku. Bakugo is going through the same thing. He got his journey going. I like All Might, but it's kind of cool to see like the passing of the torch type of thing. So that's the kind of story you're gonna get from All Might story. So I'm throwing All Might in there. And then, hey, even the side characters are pretty dope too. Right. So like Kirishima, Red Riot. I just think his character design is so dope. Right. I want to see more from him.
What about Tetsu? I think that's his name, right?
No, with Tetsu, it's obvious they just wanted somebody to rival him. It's like an iron sharpened iron type of thing, literally, because he turned into steel. Kirishima hardens. That's his ability, is to get hard. Pause.
You're right.
But you feel me though? Like, they got the same type of ability, which is to like enhance their body to get like stronger, right, and be more durable in the fight. They're like the shields of the fight, defense or offense type characters.
Right.
I'm not a big fan of him, but I mean, he feel like a copy and paste to me. But he's supposed to
sometimes copy and paste. Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. Sometimes copy and paste. You like those characters. Some people do. Mm-hmm. But I know, in your opinion, you just think he copy and paste. I get it. Yeah.
Copy and paste is obvious, but he serves his purpose, and he's not in the main light or anything. So
no, he's Class B, right?
Class B.
Yeah.
Besides side characters.
Right. I feel like they have so many characters, man. Like, they ain't got no choice but to copy and paste sometimes. Yeah. Like, I mean, I guess some of my favorite character at the moment would be Bakugo. And it's weird because his character he's not a bad guy. His character is really weird to me, which is funny, And so his personality is asshole. You know what I'm saying? So like, when people say I don't like that character because he's an asshole, is it because that person chooses to be an asshole, or is he just an asshole as a person? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when people were comparing him to comparing my character Fire to Bakugo, They was like, is he like Bakugo? And I see a lot of him in there, and that is crazy because my character Fire is an asshole, but he starts off as an asshole, and then he evolves into somebody better. But Bakugo's personality is just an asshole, and so everybody is cool with it. They know it. They like, well, he's just an asshole, so there's nothing we can do about it. Like when he yells at Bakugo's like, "You idiot! I'm gonna kill you!" Like that's something that an asshole would say. Like he's like, you're dumb. You don't know how to do anything. Like that's what an asshole would say. But people just brush it off like that's just his character. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I feel like a lot of people should deal with assholes sometimes, because sometimes asshole is a personality and not a trait that you pick up. But yeah, I mean, I guess Bakugo is my favorite character at the moment. I did watch that movie where he kind of got some of the power of the of All Might, and then he forgot. I was like, wow, plot device. So I was like, I do like the other characters. I like Momo. She could create stuff.
Yeah.
That's like a pretty cool power. And I like the acid chick. Now, this is my problem. I don't know none of their names exactly.
Yeah.
I just know like Deku, and that's not his name. I think it's Izuka Midoriya. I think. And I know Bakugo's last name is Bakugo, and I don't know his first name. So if you put it in that aspect, of so many characters, I can't know all their names. Like I'm not that hardcore like I was in Naruto. Like I knew everybody. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it also adds to the fact that it's like fast-paced Naruto, because you get introduced to all these characters so quickly, and then you don't really get a chance to learn about the characters. But in Naruto, man, it was backstory for days for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Flashback for here, flashback there, flashback to the last episode, call back here. And then it was really only like 10 minutes of actual story going on.
Yeah.
But I mean, to me, I feel like people like My Hero Academia right now is because it's a mix of what's going on in the Marvel universe and a mix of what's going on in anime world. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I feel like that was a perfect blend, and I don't know how nobody ain't think about it already.
Yeah. So dope.
Yeah.
Seeing, I heard that the creator did get a lot of inspiration from the Marvel, like especially when you think about Zero, which is the he got the tape that shoots out of his hand or his elbows,
Spider-Man, right?
Yeah, he's Spider-Man. Like, come on, y'all know that's Spider-Man all day.
Yeah, he one of my characters, dude. I like him. And Electric Dude, like Class A has really grown on me. So just put it like that. I like Class A. I even like the animal talking dude. Like he ain't around as much, but they sometimes put him in there where we need to.
Yeah.
Also, the villains are pretty cool too.
Definitely.
Yeah. So I mean, would that be it, or you got something else to say about My Hero Academia, man? I mean, I know we didn't get as deep dive in My Hero Academia as we did One Piece, but yeah. I mean, I guess we can go to talking about more, or we can go ahead and go into gaming. What you want to do, bro?
I guess I'll just say this: My Hero Academia. If you're just starting off watching anime, or if you've been interested in it, this is a good place to start. It's got a little bit of everything. You see character development, you see action, you see a little bit of romance, a teenage drama, but overall, you give this story a chance. I think you're really gonna enjoy it. I actually was able to get my girl through it. She she loved that show, honestly, and we just waiting on that new season to come out. And I think it's supposed to come out next year or sometime soon.
Right.
Whenever it come out, we definitely watching it. We gonna watch all of it as soon as the episodes come out. We watching it.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm kind of like slow on that. I wait till it build up, because I mean, I know I'm gonna get hate in the comments for it, but basically, I don't like to watch anime subtitles. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I do it if I have to, but I don't like to watch it because I can't focus like I want to focus on what I need to focus on, because I'm too busy reading. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I can multitask easy, but that being said, so let's get into the gaming then. So our game topics today is going to be, we're going to be talking about fighting games, and of course we're going to be talking about Tekken 8 and Tekken 6.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, we just seen the trailer not too long ago. A couple of weeks, maybe it's been 1 week. What? Yeah, probably 1 week.
Yeah.
But yeah, we seen the trailer for Tekken 8. Tekken 8 is coming out, and then Tekken 6 has been showing their trailers, and so we both are fighting game fans, man. We love fighting games. You know, we're gonna maybe talk about some of our favorite fighting games, but at the moment we're gonna be talking about Tekken 8. So I guess let's start off with a preface. How did you get into fighting games?
I want to say I got into fighting games around Super Nintendo time, man. So I'm showing my age. I was playing a lot of Killer Instinct on Super Nintendo.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It was hard, man. I had this dude named Cinder. He was like on fire, and he had this dope combo, and I learned how to do that, and I was just spamming. I spammed the shit out of that combo the whole time. He was doing backflips. He could just shoot fireballs and all that.
Right.
I loved Killer Instinct. That was like my introduction. And then on PlayStation, I got a chance to get on Tekken 3. And I think when I saw Eddie Gordo on there and like martial law, I was like, hold on, we got a black dude breakdancing on here? This is fire. He had like the shades on and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And then martial law reminded me of Bruce Lee. I was like, okay, this is gonna be the game right here.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So I played a lot of that, and then as you know, I got a chance to play Mortal Kombat. Later on down the line, I got to play Street Fighter, and I just like, man, fighting games, where's that?
Right. I mean, definitely. I mean, on my end, I started, like I said, with Super Nintendo. Well, like you said, with Super Nintendo, and I mean, I played Street Fighter 2, I think. Yeah, Street Fighter 2 was like one of the first fighting games. I used to go to my cousin's house, and we used to play Street Fighter all the time. And you know, I'm in that age where you gotta wait for the sticks, man. Like whoever get the sticks, you know what I'm saying? If you lose, then you gotta pass it to the next person because we had a big family. So like, I would always get the sticks, and then I would always get like Ryu or somebody like that, and
For sure.
and you know, tear it up. You know what I'm saying? Then we got like into like PlayStation, and Tekken came, like Tekken. Funny story about Tekken, a little quick story. So I got my PlayStation, and I got this game. I had Tekken. That's the only game I had for PlayStation. So I'm like, yo, Tekken. My friends would come over, they would play Tekken. I would always whoop their ass. I practice every day with Kazua doing that damn uppercut, dog. Like, there's so much shit you gotta put in there to do that uppercut. And I would catch people with that shit. Like, it was just a highlight of my day to catch people with that uppercut. So, one of my friends in school, he said, I got this game, man. It's another fighting game, but it's pretty cool. And on the cover, it had this guy holding a big ass sword. And he was like, it's 3 discs. I was like, what? What kind of fighting game got 3 discs to it? So I had traded him Tekken. Not traded to keep, but traded to like I'm one of those type of people that like collateral. When I let people borrow stuff, I need collateral. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I was always taught, don't let nobody borrow nothing if you ain't got it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have collateral. Some of equal value. You know what I'm saying? Sure. When you trade with somebody. So I traded him Tekken for this other fighting game. Come to find out, this fighting game was Final Fantasy 7.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? And this is my first time ever playing a role-playing game. It had mad reading in it. So I go back to school. I'm like, yo, what the hell is this game, man? This ain't no fighting game, man. You only fight every once in a while. You walk around, and then you'll catch somebody, and then you got to fight that way. He was like, man, give it a chance, man. You got to, build up your character, this and that and third. I was like, all right. So I gave it a chance, and now, Final Fantasy 7 has been one of my favorite games ever. And it's also my introduction into role-playing games.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess, have you gotten in any competition or fights with the fighting games? I mean, let me preface it with my favorite fighting game. My favorite fighting game is Bloody Roar. Have you ever played that?
Oh yeah, that's the one where they transform into animals.
Yeah.
That one was cool though.
It was dope, man. What was it? I think it was a couple of years ago. I went on a hunt. Well, I guess it wasn't a couple of years ago. It was before. Let me see, before PlayStation 4. So yeah, it was some years ago. So before PlayStation 4 came out, I was going on a hunt trying to find all the Bloody Roar games, man. And you know, at this time, the only people that sold PlayStation 2 games was GameStop. So I had to go everywhere, every other little GameStop, and look in all those big ass bins they had to see if they had Bloody Roar. This before they had everything in the system, blah blah blah.
Right.
So I got a lot of Bloody Roar games, but I always thought that they should remake Bloody Roar into a new fighting game, like they did Killer Instinct.
Yeah, they should definitely do that.
Yeah. So I mean, you haven't gotten into any competitions with your fighting games?
Not really. I mean, I tried a Smash Brothers tournament once at MomoCon. I lost the first round. I'm not as good as I thought I was.
Right.
Honestly, most of the time I did like how you did. We would get my friends together, and whoever wins stay on the controller, and losers they pass it around on rotation. I love doing that. It feels more like it's not as serious. The competition element is there, but it's just like you just chilling with the homies. And you getting more comfortable playing the game. Y'all just having a little bit of fun, talking trash.
Right. Right, definitely.
I like that.
Yeah, I definitely had some trash talking sessions when Budokai came out. Dragon Ball Z Budokai.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, man. That was one of my fighting games as well. Well, I guess we'll start talking about the subject, I guess. So what about Tekken? I mean, so what are you excited about in Tekken 8?
Tekken 8, it has to be, number one is the story. Because Tekken is like, I think it's not perfect, but as far as fighting games and the story, I think Tekken has a solid foundation of where you see these characters next. It's almost like a daggone show, man. Like we trying to see what happened next with Jin Kazama and Kazuya when they relationship and they rivalry / fight. We want to see where that goes. We seen them in the trailer. We saw the trailer and they was actually doing the moves from the game, not like a choreograph, like they got like some people
cutscene, right? Like
a cutscene. Yeah. You can't do those moves like they doing like like roundhouse kicks and stuff that you can't actually do on the button inputs. But we saw them do actual moves like that uppercut that Kazuya do. I think it's called the Lightning Wind God Fist. Right. That thing was fire, bro. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was trying to showcase that it was actually gameplay. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So like that was, instead of showing, which I see a bunch of trailers where they have all these cut scenes and they don't look like gameplay, and then you waiting for the game to come out, you be like, dang, this ain't the same. Yeah. Gameplay look whack. But I felt like they were showing off the gameplay.
Yeah, it was definitely dope, and the way there was a couple things about it that I hope they show, like it's actually a part of the game. If it's not, it's okay. There was an attack that Kazuya did, and before he did it, they like zoomed in on the muscle, and you saw him flex, and then he went in and like punched the shit out of Jin. Right. It would be dope to see some stuff like that. I don't know if it's like a Mortal Kombat X-ray or just like
just a boost, like a boost, a limit break or something. Yeah, like
maybe like an in game, like you hit this move, so this is what you're gonna see type of thing.
Right. But it would be hot to have a cutscene like that. Yeah, it would be hot.
Or more slow motion, like in Tekken 7, the last one, they would do slow mo hits. Right. Whenever both players held this low, you would see like a slow motion animation when y'all go up and do a move at the same time.
Right.
And whoever gets that last hit will be the winner, and it just kind of hypes it up.
Yeah,
perfect for tournaments, man.
Oh yeah,
like,
perfect.
And then bam, there you go. And then you go on to the next round, or he wins, and then everybody get that time to just celebrate. He gonna pop off, be like, "Yeah, boy,
right.
I got that last hit." I want to see more of that slow motion too. And the stage design was fire.
Right.
If y'all seen it, it actually looked like some kind of
storm
battleground for a final fight. The storm in the background. Yeah. They had the lightning and the water that's crashing against the shore. So I want to see like more stages like that, and I want to see them graphics pop.
Definitely, yeah. Okay, so yeah. So with Tekken 8, you said you want to see the story, you want to see more of the fighting elements, and you want to see more of the backgrounds. Like, did you, I mean, I guess this is on subject, but off subject, did you see that Netflix Tekken show?
Oh yeah, I enjoyed that. That was cool.
Okay. I don't know if I was as excited about it. I was excited, but then they kind of like, was you wanting it to be like a retelling of what happened in the game, or did you want it to be something new?
I want a retelling.
Retelling?
Yeah, because they did. They had some movies about the same story, the Mishima story in the past. But I mean, yeah, they could work on it. Like at the time, the technology wasn't all the way there.
Right.
But I think this was probably the best one out of all the Tekken movies that they had. So yeah, I definitely enjoyed it, man. It looked good too. The animation wise, it looked good.
Okay. So I mean, like with the story, do you think the story was in like if you wanted somebody to get the story of Tekken real quick, you would send them to the Netflix show, or would you still have some stuff missing in there?
Honestly, that's not a bad place to start. I think they have in the Netflix story, the Netflix show, they do go over like the foundation of the story, which is the Mishimas. It's not the full story, but it's mainly focused on Jin, who is kind of like the main character right now. So yeah, you can get the story of Jin, why he fights. Heihachi is still an asshole, and they talk about Kazuya, but you don't. I mean, spoiler. I mean, it's been out for a while. Kazuya's not really in there. There's like a fight between him and Heihachi because like a flashback, but that's pretty much all you get. But they do give you a foundation of the Mishima story.
All right.
Focusing on Jin. Heihachi is like the evil mentor, and then they got his mom in there. She's in there for a bit.
Right. So would this like appeal more to the people who already played Tekken, or would it be like I guess since we don't have a full like this story is kind of crazy. This is what I'm trying to segue into. Is basically this story is crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? Like it's basically the Game of Thrones of video games, bro. Like you know, like people throwing people off of a dang on cliff, hoping they die. Some people getting devil genes. Basically, you know what I'm saying? And what's going on? So basically to I guess shorten this the explanation is that there's a tournament called Tekken. You know what I'm saying? For people who not played this game, it's called Tekken. And the Mishimas throw this tournament kind of like the comparison to Street Fighter. Because Street Fighter is Street Fighter tournament. You know what I'm saying? But it has a core family member. If you want to compare Street Fighter and Tekken, basically Street Fighter, their tournament is more put together for the world's strongest fighters to become stronger, I guess. The Tekken is just all Mishima trying to figure out what's going on, and then the story is about the characters, I guess. Pretty much. Yeah. So the main story in Tekken is the Mishima clan and their legacy, what's going on. You find out in the first one that, you know, Heihachi is throwing a Tekken tournament, and then Heihachi's father was grandfather, and he wanted to become stronger or something like that. And his son got thrown off. Heihachi's son, Kazuya, was thrown off of the cliff because he was weak. So he comes back to fight in the tournament, and he beats Heihachi and throws him off a cliff. So then Kazuya becomes the leader of the Mishima clan, and then Heihachi come back. I guess Kazuya had a baby, and Jin is there. And then this is where this Netflix show kind of breeds in, right?
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, okay. So, and then I mean, I guess to compare in Street Fighter 6, what are you looking for in Street Fighter 6?
Now, Street Fighter 6 is like a return of like, you know, pretty much like I guess I can say Street Fighter was the king of fighting games for a solid minute, and then I feel like Tekken took over. because Street Fighter 5 was kind of trash. I'm honest, just be honest about that. But yeah, it's a form of like evolution for Street Fighter as a story with its characters, and this is gonna be something special because this is like the next generation. This is Street Fighter Third Strike all over again, y'all. That's why I'm saying that this is the evolution of Street Fighter. Street Fighter 5 was like, we're gonna bring back all the characters and then some. You got to see them age and all that, and you get to see those same original characters. They aged up again.
Right.
You see Ryu with the scraggly beard, and he's got the old tattered kung fu gi looking like his master.
Right.
All those old characters are back, and they are older. The other original characters are back too, and they got new looks and a little bit aged up. And now you got new characters too, like let me go ahead and just put my
Kimberly. You talking
Kimberly. Let me tell y'all, I really, really appreciate great designs for black characters, man.
Right.
Kimberly is so dope. She's a ninja. She's street too,
Definitely.
which is cool with me. She got like some kicks on. I think them kicks are kind of fire, and then she got the little spray cans.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like since she's a ninja, you know, ninjas got the smoke bombs. So she get to put her own little flair to it. She got spray cans instead. Her moveset is based off of, if y'all remember, this other ninja named Guy.
Yeah.
And I knew that right off the bat when I seen her jumping off the
Right.
walls and spin kicks and stuff like that. Like, that's Guy all day.
Yeah.
But yeah, great design. Her moveset is cool. Her personality, she's like energetic and fun. And she got like a little cassette player with the headphones.
Right.
So I think that was a special little touch. So yeah, let's see where we can go with that. That's only one new character.
Right.
Let me see what these other new characters finna look like.
I mean, do you so you like the characters, you excited about the characters on Street Fighter 6, and in Tekken 8, you're excited about the story and the continuation of what's going on.
Yes.
So are you thinking this is like, I feel like fighting games is basically a test of the hardware to a system. So when a new system comes out, they need to come out with a dope ass fighting game, and I felt like it hasn't changed over the years. You get what I'm saying? Like, these are the leaders of fighting games here, Tekken and Street Fighter. So of course I want to see more innovation in the games. You get what I'm saying? And something new and dope. I think Tekken was one of the founders, or maybe one of the pioneers of having story mode in the game, and like you can actually like play in the game, kind of like an arcade game where you can like walk around and beat up stuff and this and that. I think they're going to be reintroducing this to Tekken 8, and I guess with this story, man, I don't know if another Mishima is going to pop up and be like, oh, you know, this is my throne, blah, 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 you know. And, you know, graphics wise, you know, Tekken has definitely been a pioneer with the graphics as well. But now Street Fighter 6 has gotten their own RE engine working on Street Fighter 6. And that thing looked nice and crispy, you know what I'm saying? Nice and slick. Like, it got jiggle physics for the people who love, you know. I mean, when they showed my girl Chun-Li, bro.
Yeah.
Man, I always want to see her in that third strike outfit again. Yeah. But of course, they got booty jiggles for her. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, that's my little pervert peeking through. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. But I mean, she's one of my favorite characters though. So you know, Chun-Li. And then they also showed a new trailer where you can do training modes and create your own character in there. So now you can create your own character in Street Fighter 6, and you can get trained by who you want to get trained by. Yeah, that's dope, yo. You know what I'm saying? So you can, they got like a little arcade tournament thing, and I think with this timeline in Street Fighter 6, this is still before Third Strike. Third Strike is probably the furthest game off, because in Street Fighter 5 you get to see the sister of Sean and never get to see Sean. And I think Sean is a kid. So this is in between Street Fighter 3. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Street Fighter 6 got to be in between because Sean is a teenager.
Yeah, for sure.
And I mean, of course, Ryu isn't old in third strike, and neither is Ken. But I ain't gonna lie, I gotta give my downfall. I mean, I wouldn't say downfalls, but basically my critiques about it as well. So I guess my critique on Tekken 8 would be that it looks good, but it still looked the same to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I think Tekken 7 was like the peak, right, of what they was doing, but it don't look no different to me. You know what I'm saying? It looked like they put a little bit more stuff, like that muscle stuff that you was talking about, and maybe the slow motion scenes, but it don't look graphically different to me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I don't know how better you can get it. That's not even a bad slight, because it looks good. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't say, oh, well, it don't look better. You know what I'm saying? But better is what's better from good. You know what I'm saying? Great. Like what you want it to be? Like, they had sweat and everything on there, but the sweat, of course, me being a computer graphics, I went to school for animation computer graphics, so I can tell when something don't look right. But that sweat was dripping off of them and stuff like that, like it would be in a cutscene. But it was raining. They still ain't got raining physics right. You know what I'm saying? Put it like that. And the water, like, I got a PS5 now. I can brag and say I've seen 4K. You know what I'm saying? So like, I played Last of Us, the new one, on PlayStation 5, and that water looked good. You know what I'm saying? That's how you be like, graphics, that water look good. But in Tekken 8, it don't look as good as it do in there. So they probably got the same graphic capability, maybe because it makes the mechanics better. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like in Tekken 6, Street Fighter 6, I keep getting it mixed up. Yeah. Street Fighter 6, they changed the whole graphic engine. You get what I'm saying? So now when you're fighting on the board, it looks like Tekken 8. So, because Tekken 5 was Street Fighter 5, sorry. I'm just mixing it all up. My old brain cells. So, Street Fighter 5, they made it look better, but it still looked cartoony. Didn't look like Tekken. You know what I'm saying? But now Street Fighter 6 looks like Tekken. And then this is my critique about Street Fighter 6. Sorry again. Street Fighter 6. Some of the character designs look stupid. Now, they did Ryu good. They did Chun-Li good. Ken looks like a homeless hobo.
Bruh.
You know what I'm saying? And Paul, really, Paul? They got Paul with the goatee looking dumb. Like, but I guess that's what Paul always looked like. Not Paul. Damn, I'm getting real messed up. Guile. Damn.
Yeah, it's the hair.
It's the hair, bro. Top. I think Guile was a character that they based off of Guile, right? Paul was a character they based off of Guile, right? Or no?
You know how Marvel and DC be doing stuff that's similar? I think, honestly, that's probably accurate.
Right.
I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, people like to use different ideas and like, okay, I'll take that idea, but I'm gonna do it my way. They probably did.
Probably, yeah. I mean, because what is it? SNK, or either is it SNK?
Yeah, SNK.
I think they definitely try to copy Street Fighter.
Yeah.
And I think Dan is a character inside of Street Fighter that makes fun of SNK.
It does.
So yeah, that's my little critiques about it. But I'm definitely excited about them, and I'm definitely gonna get those games when they come out. I can't really take too much time doing them because I got art to do. You know what I'm saying? I got comic book to draw, but I will. I mean, I invested my money into a PS5, so I need to play it.
Sure, got to, man. Every now and then, you can take a break, go ahead, play some games, man. Just relax.
Okay, so I mean, I guess we got our fill of I guess we could really talk about what we want to happen in Tekken 8. I'm gonna get it right, y'all. I'm gonna get it right. We talked about what we want to happen in Tekken 8, and then we talked about what is going on in Street Fighter 6. So, I mean, honestly, it looks good and look promising, and I'm loving the way that Street Fighter is putting out the characters every once in a while. You know, like you said, Kimberly is a great character. They got a new U.S. character. Can't remember his name. They got a guy with a drunken fist, and these characters look dope. They showed Dalsim. Is it Dalsim? Dalsim, and then they showed Blanca, and dang, why can't I think of his name? Heihachi. No, not Heihachi. Guy with the fast fist. Just to put it like that. E Honda. Wow, why I can't think of E Honda?
I got you. I'm helping with
yeah. So like they got them in there. We ain't seen E Honda in a minute, dog.
Yeah.
We had a hot minute, bro. And I wonder what they're gonna have on Tekken as well. Like, if they're gonna have some new characters, or are they gonna have the old characters? You know, Tekken really was innovative with bringing in new characters. I haven't played Tekken 7, but I know it had my dude Akuma in it. You know what I'm saying? And he was like part of the story. You know what I'm saying? And you know, they had Kazuya's mother in it.
Kazumi.
Yeah, she had like a lion, and then they brought you know, who was the black dude, the new black dude with the white dreads?
That's Leroy. Bro, that man was he had the most drip I have ever seen in Tekken since Pretty Boy Lee. I like to call him Pretty Boy Lee.
Right.
Yeah, Lee Chalong with shades. He used to go by Violet. That's like his
I remember. Yeah, I remember. Yeah,
that's when he come out with the shades. He got the purple on.
I know.
He got like what you call the Latino people, Latino like dancers. They have like this top on. They got like these little things that hang off on the arm.
Oh, tassels and stuff.
It had something like that on it.
Like he was dancing, like the dancing, when they do the dance moves.
Yeah, the Latin dancers, they had like this outfit, and he basically had like a purple version of that. And I was like, this man flamboyant. Let me pick him.
I did like the drip on. I did like the drip on Tekken. Like some characters had some drip, man. You know what I'm saying? Even though it was weird, they had it. You know what I'm saying?
It's called good character design, man.
Right.
These characters look cool. Like, why should I pick this character? I don't know who that is, but he look fire. Let me pick him, and then it's that'd be like your favorite character. You might use him for a little bit and go to the next character.
Right. I mean, I definitely want them to work on the story on Street Fighter 2 because it's complicated. I had to do some YouTube diving and to find out what was going on with Street Fighter. I mean, I know about Kuma and I know about all of them, but I don't know about everybody. I mean, everybody kind of in Street Fighter is connected a little bit, but not really. Like, I think the ones that's not really connected is some of the, because like in Street Fighter, there you go. In Street Fighter, the main characters are connected, and then some of the characters are just fighters. You know what I'm saying? But they might be connected in some way. When Street Fighter first came out, they were definitely connected because, you know, you had the main bad guy. He had a little crew of people, so you know Vega was part of it, and Balrog and all those guys were all part of the bad guys. And then there was some good guys, which you would put Ken and you know, Chung Li and all of them, and E Honda and all that. But now in Street Fighter 6, we don't know. If they do start adding characters, what their purpose is to the story. And so hopefully they do have a fully fleshed out story mode or whatever. Because in Street Fighter 6 or Street Fighter 5, that story was horrible. I bought it the first time. So all right, let's talk about this. Capcom, you know what I'm saying? Please stop doing us like this, man. We love y'all, but stop doing us like this. You made us buy Street Fighter 5 with nothing on it, man. With nothing on it. It took years for you to complete that game. If you got to take your time on the game, just say that. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
But we love that you getting your flair back with the Resident Evil series and stuff like that.
Word.
And you know, we've invested in that. But please, with this Tekken 6, man, please give us what we've been asking for. Please give us a game where we ain't got to keep buying DLC and we got to pay for each character that comes out and stuff like that. Let us work towards playing this game genuinely instead of having to wait for you guys to do stuff and pay more every time you do something.
For sure.
Going back to Street Fighter 5, I mean, I got the game when it first came out and it didn't have nothing on it. The cutscenes at the end, this is a thing that Tekken spoiled me, because every cutscene had, at the end when you beat the game with a character, you got a cutscene about their story.
Yeah.
Why can't we get that with Street Fighter, man?
Yeah.
That's simple. So then I can know what's going on with this character and I can like this character more. That's simple, right? So please just give me that, because I don't know what's going on with these characters. When you got a new character, we have to go deep diving to find out who this character is. You know what I'm saying? And then it might just be a cool character. When Tekken just puts a cool character in their games, it's a cool character, but they got a story. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm hoping for Street Fighter 6. I mean, is there anything else you want from the game, or we just vibing out on crazy fighting games now?
Well, the main thing I would like to see, well, I already said I would like story. I want to see more cool characters. We have to upgrade our netcode for the fighting games, because fighting games, well, matter of fact, gaming in general, it's not like how it was back in the day when we was kids. We always had our friends come over and we would play on fighting games. We got the couch co-op, split screen, share the TV. We don't do a lot of that no more, probably because we've grown, we got our lives, so we play online a lot. Let's get our net code together so where we don't have to worry about our signal dropping and it's lagging. I'm pressing a button and he punch 1 second, 2 seconds later. I think what they call it is what was it? It's not. I think what they were using before is delayed based net code, which is what we got, where it's like it can be lagging unless you hooked up to the internet. We need to get that. We need to get whatever the top connection is for these players, so we can play. We don't have to worry about our connection dropping, and everything is smooth, and we can run as many matches that we want to with good connection. We need that top line connection. Let's see. Other than that, man,
just
don't
have
rip
fun,
us off.
right? Yeah,
don't rip us off with these characters, man. If you're gonna drop a DLC, these characters better be worth it. Don't give us no doo-doo characters.
Right.
Maybe throw some mini games there. What happened to the mini games, man?
Right.
Like remember Tekken Bowling, bro, and Tekken Force. Throw some mini games in there. A little something on the side that we can.
I did see that in Street Fighter 6. They do got the beat up the car thing. Like they got a transfer truck junk now. Yeah. I don't think you haven't seen the new trailer, have you?
I actually forgot about that part. I was so hyped about Kimberly and Luke and Jamie, watching them play. I seen some YouTubers play as them.
Right.
And they already taking these characters to the next level. Right. So I'm a little scared to get online.
Right, they got like a whole hub where you can go and play online with people who got created characters. When you create your character, it's like an arcade, and they got a big screen and everything, like it's a tournament, and you get to go in there and play the game as you playing the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then basically you could fight outside on the street, like y'all in like a street fight, and then also like the characters that are like our main characters, like Ryu and everybody, they're superstars in this universe. Yeah. So like I said, I'm really looking forward to what they're doing. Like the story, hopefully it'll be clear cut, because y'all been shitting me on Marvel vs. Capcom. Y'all been shitting me on Street Fighter. You know what I'm saying? Like I got the game, but then y'all definitely got me with Tekken versus Street Fighter, man. Y'all did me super dirty, man. Like come on, dirty. Like I beat that game. I was going through it. It was nice. I liked it because it had the elements of both characters in there in a Street Fighter design type way, and it looked cool. But then y'all really made me wait behind a bunch of paywalls to get characters that was already on the game. Yeah. And I was like, damn, I can't play with nobody the way I want to. You know what I'm saying? And so I agree with you, man. They gotta just they can't play us on that netcode. Me, I'm like I said, I'm traditional, so I ain't really gonna be playing online like that, man, because I feel like online culture has gotten into a point where they just sweating motherfuckers, man. Like they really sweaty, man. Like they just want to make sure they kills or whatever is up. They want to make sure that they wins is up, so they can look the best in the eyes of other people. When I'm just trying to have fun and fight, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, they came up with the term "get good," you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know.
But at the end of the day, like, really, I ain't got all that time to be doing that. I just want to have fun and hang out and play with my friends and shit like that.
Yeah.
And if I can find some friends online, if you got a lobby like in Street Fighter 6, where I can meet people and then we can be cool and play together like that, then that's great. And then your netcode definitely should be on point, like you said, because then I could be able to meet people and then play at my own terms instead of just fighting in a tournament and then, you know, not be able to beat anybody. I mean, I know that sounds like a well, you know, you need to get good, man. It's not that. It's just I want to have fun. I don't want to have to be like, man, this dude is tripping me up over and over and over again, like on Mortal Kombat, and I can't even move. Or this dude on me so hard I can't even do nothing. I don't got no time for all that, man. I practice what I practice, and I like playing with who I like playing with. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, so I guess we did it, man. We did a podcast. We got it done. So
this is my first one right here.
Okay, you know.
Ever, actually.
Okay, so yeah. So I mean, we gonna hopefully, you know, get some mileage on you, man, and we keep talking about new games, keep talking about animation, keep talking about drawing stuff, you know what I'm saying? Definitely we want to appreciate y'all for listening to the podcast, and we do got a couple of programming reminders. If you stuck around this long, I appreciate it. Basically, I'm still working on a comic book on Fire Ruin, Scattered Embers, and I'm like I said, we're gonna try to finish it as a deadline by the end of this year. So next year we can go to these conventions and y'all can read it. Other than that, we're gonna try to come out with a podcast every week. Right now we're falling behind because we're still learning this game right here. But we're gonna get on track for next month. You know what I'm saying? So October we'll try to have a podcast for you. We're gonna be talking about the same things: drawing, animation, nerds, and gaming. So for on that, we're gonna say peace out to y'all and talk to y'all later. Got anything to say, Steph?
Yeah, I just want to say, man, everything we say, you know, we say that from the heart. We just want to see everything that we enjoy in every medium that we, you know, consume. We just want to see everything come out good. I love video games, and then, hey, if y'all want to, y'all can go check me out on my Instagram at Intergalactic Steff. Starts with an I, and then I got a YouTube channel too called Just Call Me Steff, and I post some videos up there. I try to get at least one up there every week. So yeah, Intergalactic Steff on Instagram, Just Call Me Steff on YouTube. I'll bring some content for y'all, and yeah, come check me out.
Yeah, definitely. You know, also you can follow us on Dane Comics on Instagram. You can also follow us on Facebook at Dane Comics. If you want to follow Fire Ruin, it's Fire Ruin Comic on Instagram, and also DaneComics.com. I know a lot of people on our last podcast, we was talking about how people don't even use websites no more, but if you want to go to our website and check out stuff, it's still under construction. We're still working on trying to fix it the way we want to, but that's going to be a hub for you to be able to get everything, drawing, animation, nerds, and gaming that we create. That's also going to be where you're going to be able to read Fire Ruin and other titles that are coming out on that website. So definitely give us a check out. Until then, we'll holler at y'all. Peace.